What's going on, guys? This is ProWrestlingGamer. I'm coming at you with another video. I do apologize for not putting out YouTube videos as much as I'd like. I'm usually always busy. I'm busy now. You can see I'm traveling, but seeing as how yesterday was season 6 finale of The Walking Dead, and I'm a huge Walking Dead fan, we must have a conversation about it. Now, I've had one full day to digest everything that happened in that episode, and let me be the first to tell you guys, I've read everybody's opinions, comments, and all that stuff on social media, various different websites. I've read it all. I know how everybody feels, and the majority is, quite frankly, pissed off. I'm not pissed off. I love the episode. I enjoyed it. I didn't appreciate the 7-month cliffhanger, but I did enjoy the episode a lot. I thought it was really good, and I'm not going to be one of those guys that says, oh, I'm going to stop watching the show. This was my last episode. This was my last season. Because you know what? If that's the way you feel, they didn't give you what you wanted, then you're not really a fan. So that being said, I have figured out who was killed. And yes, you're going to say that's my opinion. And we don't know the truth until, you know, October or whatever. But I think I got it figured out, guys. So bear with me. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to break it all down. Now, from the very beginning of the episode, they were kind of hinting at Carl. You know, he locked the girl in the closet and she was like, oh no, what if you never come back and stuff like that. And Carl's kind of getting careless, overconfident like his dad, and he seems to be out for blood. Let's not forget that he has the Savior's gun on him too, so that's another thing you got to keep in mind, because he had that gun when they all got captured. But let's just talk about the death scene in general, okay? Negan comes out and bashes somebody's brains in with the bat, Lucille. Now, if you listen close and you replay that last moment where he's getting bashed, whoever it is, we do know that it's not a female, so you can take all the females out of the equation now. Take them all out, remove them all, it's not a female. And the reason why I say that is because you can hear somebody panting in pain or whatever. They're like, oh, like they're hurt. Well, that voice sounds like a guy. Now, a lot of people are like, well, that's Abraham. And, you know, thinking about Abraham and being how, you know, he's a tough guy. Yeah, he would be able to take the first shot to the head with the bat and probably not be completely knocked out. Taking it like a champ. And kind of stand back up, right? Now, this is fiction, people. This is fiction. So that being said, when you're making a dramatic scene, anybody can take that shot to the head with the baseball bat. You have to make the person suffer in order for us to go, you know, like, whoa. That's what they're looking for from us. So anybody can take it. Even Carl can take it. You know, the females can take it. But you do hear a man. You hear the voice of a male, kind of like, you know, panting or breathing heavy, like he's in pain, he's dizzy, he's dazed. And it doesn't sound like Abraham to me, because it doesn't sound like a guy with a deep voice. It doesn't sound like an older guy. So I'm going to rule Abraham out. He's done. Out of the picture. A lot of people think that you know, it was Glenn because of the comic, but you know, if it was Glenn, they wouldn't leave a cliffhanger. Like, why give us a 7-month cliffhanger if you're gonna do what you did in the comics anyway? And they don't really follow the comics all the way through, because if they did follow the comics all the way through, then, you know, Abraham would have been dead and not Denise from that arrow to the eyeball. So I don't think it's Glenn, because it's pointless to give us a 7-month cliffhanger if you're going to do exactly what the comic books did, and that's kill off Glenn. I'm not saying Glenn can't be killed off, but I really don't think it's Glenn. So who do I think that it is? Not Eugene, because he was willing to die, so it wouldn't be that much of an impact on us. I'm just going to go ahead and say I think it was Carl. Now, a lot of people are going to disagree with me. A lot of people are disagreeing with me on social media, the different comments on YouTube and websites, you know, because I've left comments here and there. Because they say, you know, Negan said that if anybody tries to step in, and I'm not going to quote him word for word because I don't remember, but if anybody tries to do anything or step in, cut the boy's eye out and feed it to his father. Now, okay, cut the boy's eye out and feed it to his father kind of means like, well, Rick cannot eat the eyeball if he's getting a skull bashed in, so he's safe. And obviously the boy, they're not doing anything to him because they're threatening to cut his eyeball out. What people are failing to realize, what you're not listening to, is that he says, and then we'll start. That's the clue right there, guys. That is a dead giveaway that it's Carl. I mean, he kind of looked at Carl, he got all up in his face like that, and he was like, hey, at least cry a little, kid. And then he found the gun, and he's telling Rick, look, dude, like, that's your son over there, right? And he's figuring it all out, and he's telling him how I don't appreciate how you killed all of my people. And then I sent I sent people to kill your people and you killed more of my people. So it's like, how do you break down the leader? Which is what you have to do if you want to take over Alexandria, right? You got to break down the leader, and the leader is Rick. And it's like, you don't really want to kill the leader because you want the group to work for you. You just kind of want to like take the leader and crush him, crush his spirit. So there's a lot of reasons why I think it's Carl. It breaks Rick down to Negan's will. It hurts Rick, but Rick is not in a position to do anything. A lot of people are saying, oh, you know, Carl, because this is an argument I saw online. Carl, if Carl dies, then Rick has nothing to live for. Wrong. He's got Michonne and he's got his baby. And he's got the group. But most importantly, he's got Michonne, his newfound love, and he's got his baby. So, I mean, like, you kill Carl, and Rick still has a reason to live. He's got even more of a reason to live, because not only is he going to be pissed off, first he's going to be broken to Negan's will. Then he's going to be pissed off. And that gives Rick all the reason to want revenge. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, now I got to kill Negan. Not right now, but when I get my chance, I'm going to take that motherfucker down. And that's just a perfect setup for revenge, you know? And not to mention, Carl's kind of a boring character. He's been around since the start. He's not necessarily the tiniest little kid anymore, so it's like, it's not so taboo to kill him because he's like older and he's in his teens now. But at the same time, it still makes Negan look like a badass. It makes him look worse than the governor because he just took Carl, the son of Rick, a little... Sorry guys, I got cut off. I got a phone call. He takes Carl, a kid, and he kills him off. This is Rick's offspring. Man, that is such a good story right there. And how much more can you do with Carl anyway? You know, so it's like, that's my opinion. Carl's kind of leaving Alexandria and going beyond the wall and looking for reasons to get himself into trouble anyway. And now he's in trouble and now he's going to die. And the other thing is why I think he killed Carl. Yeah, that phone call threw me for a loop, guys. I gotta think now. I gotta regroup and figure out where I was. So we went over the fact that he found the gun on Carl. So that means Carl has killed some of his men. He's trying to get back at Rick for killing a lot of his guys, you know. And the best way to get back at Rick is by killing something near and dear to him, and that's his son. And he says that if anybody tries to step in or do anything, to cut the kid's other eye out and feed it to his father, and then we will start. That whole "and then" means we won't bash him yet because we have to cut his eye out and feed it to his dad. We'll cut the eye out first. That way he's still alive, and we're able to do that because we're not bashing the eye into mush. And then, after we feed it to his father, we'll proceed to bash Carl and kill him. So that's why I think it was Carl. It makes all the sense in the world to me. If you guys have any debates about that, I am so willing to talk about it because this is a topic that interests me. We have 7 long months to wait before we actually find out whether I'm right or I'm wrong. But mark my words, I'm not going to be like everybody else who wants to pick 2 or 3 names because they don't want to be wrong. There's a lot of people that say, well, I think it was Glenn, Abraham, or Carl. Or I think it was Glenn, Abraham, or freaking Daryl. No, I'm not picking 3 names. I don't mind being wrong, but I think that I'm right. I think that it was Carl. Pro Wrestling Gamer signing out, guys. Peace out.